Yo everybody and welcome back to Let's Play Steins Gate 0. For some reason I was going to say Dark Souls, I don't know why. Anyways, last left off, Suzuha and Daru were interrupted by hearing someone climbing the stairs. Their eyes met. Just the sound was enough to tell them who it was. Hi, Suzuha. Suzuha moved fast, maybe even faster than when she knocked her father to the ground. She quickly and silently jumped behind the curtain in this that separated the lab's development room from the rest of it. Just as she hid behind the desk, there was a knock on the door. Hello? Suzuha knew the voice, of course. It was her mom. She could tell from the noises he was making that her dad was panicking. There was another knock. Mayuri? Right, I'm coming. Itawa went to open the door. Suzuha took a deep breath and concentrated her mind. She remembered the time she'd spent 3 days and 3 nights on the battlefield with no food and nothing to drink, constantly aiming her rifle at the target. She eased any tense trace of her presence that could give her away. The breathing started to become shallow. Dad, don't screw this up, okay? You're meeting Mayushi today. Taro came back into the room with the girl. Yes, we're supposed to practice cooking together. She could hear plastic bags rustling. She must have bought the ingredients. Mayushi's not here yet. I see. Maybe I'm a little too early. Yuki Amane. Just as the Amane suggested, she was Suzuha's mother in the future. In other words, the two of them in the room were supposed to get married. Well, if you two were supposed to meet, I'm sure she'll get here eventually, right? Can I wait here? Of course. You're going to be cooking here, right? Yep. I hope you'll get to taste testing for us, Hashida. I don't know if I would want to eat Mayushi's cooking. Don't worry, Mayuri's gotten a lot better lately. Tao was clearly nervous. As far as Suzuha knew, the only girl he acted that way around was Yuki Amane. Suzuha and Mayuri were practically family, and he got along with his big sis Rumi, Ferris Nyan, who worked at the maid cafe next door. So it wasn't that he didn't know how to act around girls, but for some reason he always acted differently when she was around. She told him that Yuki would be his wife someday. It was too late to do anything about it now, and maybe it was a mistake, she thought. Is your sister not here today? Huh? Oh, yeah. I see. Itaro Hishida, his sister, was none other than Suzuha herself. Around the same time Suzuha had started spending all her time in the lab, Yuki had become friends with Mayuri and Itaro, and began visiting more frequently, which meant that avoiding her was almost impossible. So she was forced to tell Yuki that she was Itaro's little sister. But still she wanted to keep contact to a minimum. It was in order to keep Yuki from finding out somehow. That was why she was hiding. Alright, what do you think of this outfit? I just bought it. I loved all the different poses. Yuki showed no signs of noticing Suzuha. She was thrown around in the center of the room as if she was at a fashion show. Yuki was a cosplayer and she wanted as many people as possible to see her dressed up. Mayuri had told Suzuha that once before. In fact, Yuki and Mayuri spent a lot of time complimenting each other's outfits. Yep, it's great, really great. Really? It's like, whoa, an angel for the win. Thank you. You should dress up too, Ashida. Just lose a tiny bit of weight and I think you look wonderful. I'm serious, you know? Uh-oh. Itaru Hashida. Oh, it's so wrong, the names are backwards. As she listened to their awkward conversation, Suzanne remembered the last time she said goodbye to her dad. Oh. Dad, the peacekeeping squads have reached Masaibashi, one of the bridges in the south side of Akibara that crosses over the Kanda River. The original Masaibashi was built in a different spot when the new Masaibashi bridge was built. In the current location, the old bridge became known as the old Masaibashi until it was taken down altogether in 1906. The bridge only came into its current arch shape after several rebuilds, including one after the Great Kanto earthquake. Which means it's only a matter of time until they find this place. Maybe. I guess the false information I leaked didn't do us any good. Let's hurry. Yep, I'm opening it up. Wow. I had no idea that there was a door here. No one will ever find this, huh? Mayuri's still alive? Is it wrong that that's the thing I'm finding most surprising right now? Come on, inside. What is this place? Who's that with Mayuri? The room was almost totally bare and covered from top to bottom in soundproof materials. Not only were there no windows, there wasn't even a door to the hallway. The building they were in was once a symbol of old Akibara before it was almost entirely destroyed by air raids during the last days of the Third World War. Only a few people know about the secret room inside of it. The biggest reason it was a secret was the silhouette of what looked like a satellite sitting in the corner. Oh? Is this the time machine, isn't it? This is the time machine? Kigari, it's dangerous, don't get too close. Kagari? Who's Kigari? Ah! So I spoke to the little girl clutching Mayuri's hand. Most of the children of this era had skin inflammation somewhere on their body from all the radiation rain, but she didn't. Her name was Kagari Shia. Her registration form said she was 10 years old, but no one knew if that was true. She was an orphan who lost her parents in the Tokyo air raids when she was a baby, and no one knew her birthday. The name Kagari had been given to her by Mayuri, who was working at the child welfare center that had taken her in. She took the word from Kagabi, meaning bonfire, in hope that she can be a light even in these dark days. It'd been 4 years since Mayuri had adopted her, and her name had been name on the registration form had become Kagari Shina. It's pretty, Mami. Oh, part of me was slightly thinking it was actually her kid. Something about her seems... Something about her. This is our motion for the Shinas to step back. and put her right hand and right eye on the time machine sensor. The biometrics check cleared and the hatch slid open. The use of fingerprints, voice recognitions, vein/iris scanning, etc. instead of a password. She went inside and fastened herself into the seat. We've never done a maiden jump of this length before, but the technology is just fine. We do it like the test jumps. Just do it like the test jumps. Okie dokie. Suza began to flip switch, working her way through the startup procedure. She practiced it hundreds of times in preparation for this day. The faint rumble of the machine began to get louder. According to the data, the spot we're in now was the roof of the old radio building. There's a gap about a meter, so when you land, there's going to be an impact. Roger. The time machine could move through time, but not space. Driving the radio building more than 60 years in the past, you needed to launch from right here. Oh right, yeah, because you need to go to 1975, I think she wanted to. Even if something happens, stay calm. Remember your training. I'll be fine. I believe in your machine, Dad. Her words must have meant a lot to him because he stuck out his lips towards her. He squashed them back with her hand. She squashed them back with her hand. That's creepy. That makes me sad. Do you not like your daddy, Suzaha? When you do that, it seems like you mean something else. Come on. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't think of my own daughter that way. So, who was it that was saying you're starting to remind me of your mother, Pant Pant? Her mother wasn't here. She became a victim of the war, brutally killed by peacekeeping squads. Did we have something about peacekeeping? Oh no, it's just the... Right, yeah. Don't take my joke seriously, please. What? It was a joke? Suzu's voice sounded kind of disappointed. She set the destination to August 13th, 1975. Her first mission was there. That does it. Okay, Dad? Mayu? She was about to say her goodbyes, but then... That was from the roof. They're coming in. Damn it, they're faster than I thought. Suza drew her gun from her holster. She was about to get out of the machine, but her dad stopped her. No, just go. But we'll be fine. Just go, Suzaha. No, I can't. Mayushi, get Kagi out of here. In there. Wait, in there? Oh. This is confusing. There's room for another person in here. Mayu and Suzaha's father picked up the stunned Kagi and stuffed her in the time machine. Suzu, take care of Kagi. Okay. Suzaha's mission succeeded. The war line would be rebuilt, and it was likely that the present Kagari would cease to exist. It might have been pointless to send her. But even so, a mother wants her child to live. That's how Suzaha's mom was, too. Mommy? Kagi finally seemed to understand what was going on. She cried out to her mom. No, I don't want to go. It's okay, Kagi. Suza's with you, okay? No, I won't go with you. If you go to the past, you'll see the old me. I'll be a lot younger than I am now. I bet you'll be surprised. Mayu handed Kagi a tiny keychain. It looked old. It may have been brightly coloured green once, but now it was completely faded. This is Mommy's Upa keychain. I'm giving it to you. Take good care of it, okay? The mascot character of the Rainet Keiko anime, a dog-like virtual pet with an egg-shaped cylindrical body and short, stubby arms and legs. Comes in many different colours. It can't talk, but it can communicate by crying Upa or Upa. Once it was pressed firmly in Karagi's hand, she stepped back. Mayu was smiling, but weeping at the same time. No, I don't want to go. I want to stay with you. Karagi, be quiet. Kagai felt silent immediately. Even Suza had never heard Mayu use that tone of voice. That's how harshly she scolded her daughter. Kagai was quietly weeping, unmoving. I'm closing the hatch. This time the hatch really did begin to close. The inside of the machine and the outside of it. The two worlds were about to be completely cut off from one another. Whether Suzuha's mission was successful or not, she would probably never see any of them again. Suzu, make sure you take care of Karagi. And tell Ocarine that Steins Gate really exists. Tell him don't give up no matter what, you moron. You moron, yeah. Okie dokie. And then the door was sealed shut, and Mayu and Itaru's voices disappeared along with the chaos outside. Dad, I love you. She whispered towards the door, now sealed shut. Let's go, Kagai, to the past. She booted up the time machine. Hashida, where's the vacuum? Man, damn it, Suzuha. There's a lot that can be taken from that. There's a lot of potential outcomes from what happened. So I snapped back to reality. Yuki was getting closer to the development room she was hiding in. It's right behind that curtain. Ah, crap! Behind the curtain? I'll get it. Itaru motioned for it to stop and then quickly slid into the room. As he reached down to pick the vacuum off the floor, his gaze locked with Suzuha's as she hid under the desk. I'm sure she doesn't find out, Dad. Did you find the vacuum? Yes. Evidently, Yuki was trying to be nice by cleaning up. This place is pretty messy right now. Knowing Yuki's personality, Suzuha could imagine she'd want to clean it. Itaru grabbed what looked like a vacuum cleaner off the floor and left the development room. What is this thing? Future gadget number 5. Once again I've made a worthless object by Goromon. Future gadget number 5, the future gadget of your dreams, made by connecting a dryer and a vacuum. It uses the exhaust from the vacuum in the dryer. The name combines from the famous anime about a phantom thief, Lupin's the Third. If you take it apart, you could use it as a normal vacuum. The vacuum's supposed to clean. If you take it apart, won't that just make more of a mess? You're so smart, Hishadi, but sometimes you can be so silly. You think so? But you know, I like people like that. What did you say? Taro started to panic again, and Suzuha sighed. But I think you do need to reconsider the way you live. You should clean every day if you can. This place gets especially dusty. That's not all. It's also what you eat. You had instant ramen again today, didn't you? How did you know? There's a half-eaten cup of ramen in the kitchen. I see. And look at all these snacks. I tell you all the time that you eat too much. I do try and watch it, you know. Trying isn't good enough. If you keep eating nothing but cut noodles and snacks, you're going to get sick, okay? Also, you need to exercise a little. Yuki Anime Amade was saying the exact same thing that Suzuha had just said. They really were mother and child, perhaps. Suzuha was just beginning to feel like a little homesick when she sensed another visitor approaching. The door in the lab opened, the greeting she heard many times before resounding throughout the room. Sorry Yuki, I'm here late. It was Mayuri coming to see Yuki, but there's another presence there too. Hi there Mayuri. I see Okabe is with you. Oh! Okarin's here. Oh, Okarin! It's been forever, man. Yeah, it has. And it's also weird to see Okarin from this perspective. When she heard his voice, Suzuha ground her teeth a little. Oh, and now we're back to Okarin's perspective. Oh, sup, Krisu? Interesting. What did you say? Didn't you hear me? I said it was interesting. You're not going to tell me you want to go, are you? I'd love to. Shouldn't have told you. I was standing in the middle of the Ikebukuro with the smartphone in one hand staring up at the sky. I've been trying to talk to the Amadeus Krisu as much as possibly lately. Sometimes I would contact her and sometimes Krisu would contact me. It didn't feel any different than having a friend who lived in the real world. Talking on the smartphone in a crowded place like this was a little embarrassing, but I told myself to compare to the things I'd used to do. But I told myself to compare to the things I used to do, it was nothing. I chose harmless topics for our discussion. But it still reminded me so much of talking to the old Krisu that I sometimes forgot myself. I've done that just now, when I accidentally told her about the lab. She had seized on it. So this lab you were talking about, did the original me ever go there? Yeah, no. Well, that tells me nothing. Which is it? Never. Chris had been part of the lab in the Alpha World line. On this world line, she died before becoming a lab member. Of course, she'd never know where it was. You seem to have the wrong idea. Let me straighten you out. We call it a lab, but it's not. It's just a group of people messing around. And Suzuha was living there right now, and Dawi spent a lot of time there. If they found out about Krisu, things would get complicated. I'd prefer if you would finish your sentences. It's nothing. Either way, I want to see more of the outside world. All the times I've talked to Maho and the professor, it's been inside the lab. That's why I'm out here on an early Sunday morning, taking you around Ikebukuro. Blah blah blah. Also, when we switch to Okabe, damn it, it didn't say the date. 10 AM. Even at this hour, this area in front of the Ikebukuro station was crowded. It's going to get even more crowded as it got closer to noon. I was willing to make you take you to Maiden's Road if I had to. What's that? There's a whole world where you... There's a whole world there you know nothing about. Wait, I'll just look it up. Are you really interested? Well, of course not. Anyway, take me to this lab of yours today. Now that you told me about it, you need to take responsibility. Got it? And then she hung up. It was like I was her own personal taxi service. Krista couldn't move around on her own, so there was no getting around that, but... Sheesh, so selfish. Can I bug her? No. This is so weird. And there's also Gate. Sadly, that's not Steins Gate. Because, you know. She didn't seem to think very highly of me. At this rate, she might start treating me worse than a servant. The real Krisu was one thing, or no, maybe it wasn't. Being treated that way by the artificial Krisu was incredibly humiliating. Who wouldn't be humiliated for all of humanity? Wouldn't it be humiliating for all of humanity? Maybe I should do something about this. As I mumbled to myself. Huh? Ocarine? Mario called out to me. She was carrying a lot of bags. It was probably materials for one of her costumes. Hey, were you just talking to someone? Huh? Oh, that was a friend from my class at college. I see. So, are you going to meet them today too? No, I don't have any plans for today. Are you going to work, Mayu? Nope, I mean Yuki at the lab. The lab? Was this good timing or bad timing? I know. Why don't you come with me? It's been so long. And you'll get to eat Yuki's home cooking. And Mayushi's going to try hard to make something too. How about it? In the end, I went with her. You look really happy. Yep, I am happy. Mayuri had been smiling the whole time. But I was the opposite. The minute I got here, I was so nervous. It felt like I was about to throw up. I didn't really want to see Suzuha. Are you okay, Okabe? Yeah. Yeah, it's Mr. Braun. The door of the Bond Tube workshop on the first floor opened and came out the building's owner, Yugo Tanuji. Fictional, a CRT TV shop located on the first floor of the multi-purpose Oyama building. At the very back of the store is a very rare 24-inch CRT TV. Yugo Tanuji, the owner of the store, also owns the building. It only gets a few customers a day, but strangely enough, it's been one of the few stores that survived over the years in the constantly changing landscape of Akibara. Hey there. Wow, aren't you cold in just a t-shirt? Pretty tough. When I've been living in the lab, I've given him the nickname Mr. Braun. It's been a long time since I've seen him. Okabe, from the look of it, you're actually making something of yourself at college. Thanks. Come to think of it, how are we handling the rent? I asked Mayu instead of him. I used to give it directly to Nuji, but... Hashida's deposit the money when it's due, don't worry. I see. Yeah. This man. He was around was he around in this world line too? There's no way I could ask him, but I could check my phone quickly. How did things go with Krisu after that? He took... Do something about her mouth. Can be really nasty. She can be really nasty. She's what you call a tsunade? Tsundere, however you pronounce it. I don't know what that is. Be sure you don't take her off. Does not suffer fools gladly. There's no way you can ask him. I couldn't help but... was he around in this world line too? There was no way I could ask him. I couldn't help but be wary of him. That's why I started to put some distance between us. If nothing else, I'd avoid trying to interact with him. Bye now, don't cause too much trouble. Tanuji saw I'd gone silent and went back inside. Mayu looked over me with a worried expression. You okay? Sure you don't want to go home? Let's go. Tanuji doesn't matter. What mattered was, why am I here? Did I feel like something needed to change? Or did I really want to show Krisu the lab? I went up the stairs, still unsure of the answer. Mayu went in first. Sorry, Yuki, I'm a little late. Hey there, Mayu. I peek inside the room. Dao and Yuki were there. Why is Okabe's music so ominous all the time? Their eyes went wide when they saw me. I see Okabe's with you. Oh, Ocarina, it's been forever, man. Oh, yeah, it has. I quickly scanned the room. There was no sign of Suzuha. Part of me was a little relieved. Can I come in? It's your own lab, dude. Don't ask that. That's true, I guess. I don't think I can call Krisu now. Can you? Oh, you can't. I followed Mayu to the lab and tried to relax my legs by sitting on the couch. But I didn't feel relaxed at all. I felt like my skin was crawling. Maybe now. No. I glanced at Yuki. That outfit's so cute, Yuki. I wore it because I wanted to hear you say that. That's so nice. Maybe she wants to wear it too. Want to switch outfits later? Would I be the right size? I'd heard about Yuki's future from Suzuha too. I couldn't believe someone this big would be going to my Daru. Ah, well, why not? What the? I figured you would have reached the lab by now. Could have not. That was obviously something we probably could have not answered. Wait, no. Probably could have ignored that. There we go. But I want to see how she would react. I ran into the development room in the back, clutching my smartphone. You got a lot of free time, don't you? Why are you lowering your voice? Do you not want your friends to know about me? Of course not. I haven't checked with Maho or Dr. Linskin to see if it was okay to tell other people about Amadeus. Well, that's fine. I can figure out what's going on. Krisu lowered her voice as well. Just give me a look around the room. All you have to do is hold the camera up. Sheesh. I sighed and held the smartphone up to my chest and it spun around once, like I was taking a video with my camera. Filthy. That's your first impression? Sorry, I'll try that again. It's full of junk. That wasn't much better. Well, it was true. You know, labs are never clean. I know labs are never clean. This is especially bad. Almost as bad as Maho's hotel room. Is it okay to share her private information like that? You should tell her to clean her room too. She'll bite my head off if I did that. But still. Krisu paused and smiled. I kinda always wanted to have a shared room like this. Must be pretty nice if there's all these people here. Krisu. Yeah. Krisu in the Alpha World line. You said the same thing. You really... Uncle? Who are you talking to? Oh. I suddenly heard a girl's voice from under the desk and was so surprised I screamed. I call Chrisu again now. Who's there? Shh, be quiet. Huh? Is that you, Suzuha? Was she hiding? But why? Dao, Mayu, and Yuki heard me scream and ran over to see what the problem was. Ocarine, what's wrong? Huh? Is that Suzuha? Uh-oh. Suzuha looked upset. It was only then I realized she was hiding, who she was hiding from. Can we call Chrisu again? No. I'm totally not obsessed. And now, for our next story, Yasukuzu Komazawa, a member of the Diet House of Representatives, held a press conference today at 10 a.m. to announce his resignation after accepting illegal documents from conspirators. Someone had left the TV on, and it was playing the afternoon news. Suzuha knew no one was watching it, but she used the remote to turn the volume up anyways. She wanted to keep the girl in the shower room from hearing us. I could hear Mayuri and Yuki laughing from the shower. Things had gone really awkward when Yuki had found Suzuha, but Mayuri quickly came up with a plan. At first, the plan was for the three of them, including Suzuha, to shower naked together, and hopefully get Yuki and Suzuha more comfortable around each other. But Suzuha said that the shower room was too small for 3 people and refused. Well, this is the problem. Suzuha was staring up at the ceiling. It's not your fault, Suzuha. It's Okarine's. It's not your fault for not telling me about her earlier. There wasn't time. And anyway, you were mumbling into your smartphone back there. What was that? What were you doing? I was, well... You were talking to someone, weren't you? I got this new app and I was trying it out. Oh, a girl game one? So you've got into those, huh? Can I give you my list of recommendation apps later then? I can give you my list of recommended apps later then. Thanks. I guess I managed to fool them about Amadeus. In any event, it was my screw up. Sorry for scaring you. Why do you need to hide from her anyways? You already told her you're Dao's sister. Hiding just makes you look more suspicious. Suzuha tried to avoid Yuki to begin with. Just meeting her father was enough to potentially cause a time paradox, she said. And that chance went up even more if she met her mother. But Yuki had found her long before, and Suzuha had been forced to say she was Dao's little sister. Yuki believed it, so why make things any more complicated? Sure, but Mom wants to be friends with me more than I thought she would. If I talk too much, I might slip up. Her hair confuses me as well. Right, is it tied in the back and then... Yeah, that could work. Tied in the back and then pinned? Maybe? If you see someone who's just like you, you either hate them or take an interest in them, I bet. Yuki was the latter. It'd be much easier if you hated me. You could tell her, or maybe not. Right now, only a few people know that Suzuha was a time traveler. Me, Dao, Mayuri, and Ferris. Why would Ferris know? That was all. What? I mean... Wait, do we have to explain anything at all? Huh? I mean, she really isn't the type to pry. You should know that, right, Suzuha? You're right. She wasn't like that in the future. Then what's the problem? When the time comes, I'll explain it to her. Really? Yeah. Fine, I'll just leave it to you. Suzuha nodded. So from now on, you can stop trying to avoid Animeshi. I don't know if I could do that without screwing up. It'll be fine. I don't know if you'll want to talk though. Look at how awkward you were just with her. I'm not the problem here. And then the conversation came to a halt, which meant we started to think about the voices coming from the shower room. And so, Dao opened his mouth. Perhaps he couldn't take it anymore. Can I go watch Nico live streaming? There's a Bloodtoon stream on right now. An anime called Bloodtoon the Animation, originally a manga that was animated last year. The show drew a lot of attention from anime fans, and the main heroine, Sarah Ogal, became popular enough to have many figures. Live streaming service offered by the major streaming strike. If you're going to do it even if they tell you no. You're going to do it even if they tell you no, right? Yep. And go ahead. Suzuha sighed and Dao sat in front of the PC and put his headphones on. What's up? What is it, Uncle? She's smiling slightly. I was just thinking about how well you got along with your dad. Really? Yeah. Dao was like this in the future, wasn't he? He was thinner and cooler. I can't imagine. Then the conversation died again. There were a ton of things I needed to talk to Suzuha about, but that's why I couldn't say a word. Maybe it was the same for her. Since there was nothing else to do, Suzuha and I turned back to the TV. The news was still on. You could try talking to Krisu. The opening evening for the French fashion brand Le Paris was held in Ginza this morning. As the newscaster spoke, I could see over 100 women lined up in front of a store. It's so peaceful, isn't it? By the time I was old enough to remember anything, this was all gone. On the TV, a girl in a pretty outfit talked to an interviewer. I'm jealous. They don't have to kill anyone, and no one's going to kill them. In the world I grew up in, you had to kill without mercy, no matter if they were a man or a woman. Your life could end at any moment. That terror was with you every second of every day. The only way to forget the terror was to give yourself over to the madness and become one of the killers. That was war. That was Suzuha's life. It had been many nightmarish war lines, but none of them were that bad. I'd been to many nightmarish war lines. My dad's work on the time machine got him bad for branded a rebel. Dad made the time machine that brought Suzuha here. It was far more powerful than the one that existed in the Alpha World line. I left the military to join him and his group, and the police on peacekeeping squads came after me. The battles after that were worse, and there were a lot of them. I don't want to use the phrase fighting the good fight. I killed a lot of people and lost many of my friends and comrades. One of them was my mother. Dao was still staring at the computer screen, but I could see him twitch. He must have been listening to Suzuha while he pretended to look at the screen. She was trying to protect me from one of the army's drones and was gunned down. This was the first time I heard how Yuki and I died. She was in the next room right now, having fun in the shower, and that was how she was going to die. I saw her ripped apart with my own eyes. Her warm blood splattered all over me. Maybe the reason Suzuha didn't want to talk to her mother in 2010 was that she didn't want to ask her about the future. There was no way Suzuha could tell her that. Listen, Uncle Ocarine. At some point, Suzuha had started to overflow with tears. This world can only go to one place. Hell. It doesn't have to be right now. There's still a little time. I think. So, just think about it again. Please? Please? I knew it. In my mind, I knew it. The right thing to do... Ooh. Buttons. The right thing to do was to do as she asked. But... I don't want to die. The sensation I felt when the knife slipped into her flesh and I took the life of the girl I loved. It went from my hands to my arms and then to the rest of my body, and I started shaking. My vision blurred, then almost went black. My hands went to my mouth. There was a wave of pain, like my stomach was turning inside out. Uncle? Are you okay, Okun? Yeah, sorry. Suza poured me a cup of water and I gulped it down. Sorry. It was too early to talk about this. No, it's nothing. I'm fine. I sank into the sofa and tried to calm down. I know what you want to say and how you feel. But I've gone through so many world lines. I've seen people in other world lines have their fates toyed with by the time machine. I looked straight into Suzuha's eyes. I've seen your own tragic end. And I've realized that I'm powerless to do anything. Humanity was powerless before the laws of this world. Using the time machine to change the world lines means breaking the rules of the universe. And it's not the province of humanity? You could say it's the province of a god. If we try, we suffer an even more horrible punishment. That's what I think. Is that your answer, Uncle Okarin? For now, if nothing else. I see. Feel free to tell me I'm just running away. No, I won't do that. Suzuha looked at the ceiling and sighed. It must have been a habit she'd pick it up lately. And now, our next top story. Well, wait till next episode. Whoa! Whew. This game just, goes from one extreme to the other. And I feel like the extremes are just going to get worse and worse. And I'm kind of looking forward to it, oddly enough. So till next time, everybody. Bye!